Summer Kiss yarn, and I'm trying to determine swatches and the sizes of a needle for what I want to create. So these were done, this swatch was done with size 4 knitting needles, and it's a stockinette stitch. I like the texture, and I like how small the stitches are. So now what I'm going to do is use the recommendation size knitting needles on the label, and I'm doing a size 7. I am using a size 7 in the knitting needles. Okay, so this I cast it on 25 stitches, but I think I'm going to have to do 30 stitches. So now it's all about trial and error when you're trying to figure out your swatches, because you want it 5 by 5. So let me take this out. We're using size 7 knitting needles, which is suggested on the label. And we're going to go ahead and make a 5 by 5 swatch to see the difference in the sizing of the knitting needle when knitting up swatches. So this was a size 4, and you can see how tiny the stitches are, but it still has the consistency of the stitches, and it looks really, really nice. And I like that it's more defined. The stitches, they're closed in and not as stretched out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cast on 30 stitches. All right. These are size 7 knitting needles, Summer Kiss yarn. All right. Two, 3, 5, 6, All right, so we cast it on 30 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and knit, and it might be a trial and error again, but we shall see, because we want it to be 5 by 5, and I'm going to do knit and purl stockinette stitch. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to knit, and then we're going to purl. We're gonna knit one row and then purl the other row. Stockinette stitch. Confused myself. I honestly should take over my son's computer and stream downstairs in the living room. It's not like I don't have enough cams. I gave him one of my cams. I'm using my GoPro 8 for streaming. I have my C922 and my C9. Wait, I just realized is that. Yeah, my C922 Logitech. Then I have my 920. I gave my son a 920. I could totally stream downstairs. GoPro has Wi-Fi, but I don't know how stable it works. Alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and knit a decent amount to make sure that it's 5x5, because I feel like it determines the size. Like the size looks a little more consistent when you knit a little more than to try to decipher it just by starting like this. So I'm going to go ahead and knit a little more, and then if I have to take it out, I'll take it out again. Just to make it consistent by 5x5, because when you're doing your swatches, you do 4x4. And I have some ideas of what I want to do for this type of yarn already, so that's why I want to get some swatches going. It's nice to do your swatches and then figure out how many balls of yarn you need, and then calculate from there so that I'm not wasting yarn rather than eyeball it. Trying to be frugal, because yarn can get pricey. So I cast it on 30 stitches because 25 wasn't long enough. I only had 1 cup of coffee today. I feel like I need another one. But it's warm up here, so I didn't make myself another one. Kind of leaning forward in my chair. It defeats the perfect purpose of support. I swear I'm not awake yet. And I've been up since 8. I might just have to make that other cup of coffee. I think I have to go turn the Keurig back on first, though. All right, let me do a couple more rows and then I'll measure and then see if I have to take it out and readjust. Sometimes swatches take a little bit of time to adjust accordingly because you want your swatches to be accurate. Thank you for the follow. What is that? Indie Pad? I don't know. Sorry, page? I don't know how to say that. But yeah, consistency for swatches will help you determine your calculations when you're trying to do your project. All right, let me go ahead and do one more row and then I'm going to measure it and then see if I need to adjust. I may need to adjust. It does look a little lengthy.